What's up, Kingdom Builder? James Eng here, and got a question for you. Is it time for your next breakthrough story? Have you ever felt like maybe your teammates around you, your partners, your colleagues, or other people are speeding ahead while you were left behind? Or maybe you've been through a tough time. You had a high and then a low. You're trying to pick yourself back up. Or maybe you're crushing it, but you want to get to the next level. Well, today I'm about to share with you a presentation that I did actually for our network marketing company that's going to be relevant for you, whether you're in business, whether you're in the same company, or whether you're not, because I'm going to share with you very transparently a time of breakdown and breakthrough. And I believe that if you apply the things that we did, it helped us rebuild our business in record time. It's going to be able to help you as well too. And by the end, stay tuned. I'm going to ask you the same question. Is it time for your next breakthrough story? So without further ado, check out this video.
Now, there's a song from Santana that says, Maria, Maria. Yeah, you know this song, right? So Maria is ready now for her next breakthrough story because this is exactly what we're going to be talking about. And our next speaker has never been to a European event before, so you know you need to be making extra noise, okay? And he started his MLM journey 14 years ago. Initially, he wanted to be a doctor, so being of service has always been something important to him. And he actually met his spouse, Becky, through, MLM. And he even proposed to her on stage. So, yeah, MLM is really like a core part of him. What attracted him initially was personal development, and that's why he's going to be talking about such an important subject. Something he said that really resonated, and I think is going to resonate with you too. You don't know what good is until you've experienced great, and Partner Co. is great. So please give it up for the inspiring James Zhang.
Good morning, PXP Amsterdam. So you might be wondering, what is an American doing on a European stage? And I have two things that I'm here to ask you about today. The first is, rumor has it, is Steve Shorts here, by the way? I know he was here yesterday. He's probably sleeping still or something. It's all good. But Steve told me, we actually live next to each other in San Diego. He told me that the Europeans have this reputation, I want to see if this is true or not, that the Europeans are kind of fun. Would you say that's true? Are the Europeans pretty fun? Yeah. I heard also the Europeans, you're a little bit loud. Are you guys a little bit loud? All right. I also heard some Europeans are quite golden. Golden, is that right? Are French speakers, I know. And at least I heard from Paulo. There it is. And I know a lot of us, as Paulo said so well, are unstoppable. Is that true? Well, the real reason why I'm here all the way from the United States, and it's an honor to be here, is to ask you this question. Is it time for your next breakthrough story? Because let's be honest, this is amazing, this amazing hall, the party tonight. Is anyone excited for tonight's party, by the way? That's gonna be a lot of fun, right? Darren and John, thank you guys so much. Paulo is amazing. But the real reason why each and every single one of us are here today is because you want your next breakthrough story. And in fact, if you believe that this is your time for your next breakthrough, I want you to turn to your neighbor in your own language and tell them, it's my time. Turn to your neighbor and tell them that. It's my time. I'll ask you again at the end as well, too. Translations are fun with this. There it is. Okay, I got the timing down. Here we go. So I'm going to submit to you that there's 3 parts to getting your breakthrough story that we have to understand, which is dealing with your past. Paulo said it so well, your present and your future. And the first part is dealing with the past. Now, The reality is this. All of us in our past, we've been through challenge. Can we get an agreement with that? Has anyone here today, you experienced some type of pain in your past before? And if you notice, even with Paulo or any of the million-dollar earners or the Vinny's out there or the Mashas out there, it's not that they didn't have pain in their past. They knew how to look at it the right way and propel them into their future. So just to share a little bit of our story, so we're not complete strangers, like Joanna mentioned, this is me. I got started in this beautiful profession 14 years ago. I was a 19-year-old broke college student, stupid, didn't know anything, and I had a dream just like all of us here, and I followed the system, I followed great mentors, and we built our dream business. We got the dream lifestyle, the house, the cars, and I think the best thing that I got is I recruited my top money earner. Some of us are looking for our next leaders. And I realized that this top money earner, it'd be wise, instead of just working with her, to just marry her. So actually, it's been 8 years just a couple of days ago. Can my wife Becky stand for us, actually? Where are you? You're out there. Happy 8 years, babe. But how many of us have had life smack you across the face before? Can I get a hand raised on that one before? And as amazing as it was, the year afterwards, life happens. Company changes happen. Financial problems happen. Maybe for you, it's a health challenge. Maybe for you, it's a family challenge. And in 1 year, we lost everything. We lost the house, the cars. I lost my hope for the first time. I remember looking at my wife, Becky, in the eyes, straight in the eyes, and I told her, babe, I give up. And I don't know if you've ever been there before, but as much as it sucks, as what Paulo said, who here can agree with me that it's in those down times that, if you look at it the right way, the best lessons come? Who here's ever learned something like that before in dark, dark times, right? And what I realized was this, is that we have to look at the past the right way. I was looking at the past as a prisoner. I was looking at the past with a lot of pain and regret and doubt and what if I did this? Why didn't I do this? Maybe you're coming into this event not getting the promotion that you wanted. Maybe you had a teammate that you wanted to come. Who here had teammates that you're already thinking about right now that you wish you brought here? Can I get a hand raised on that? I always think that every single time, right? But I was looking at it as a way to beat me instead of teach me. And this is what happened. In that dark time, I got this photo. And this was a photo to remind me of the reason why we're all here. So this was one of our leaders, Lily. They were going to a big event, and they were holding down the team, shot me this photo. And while I was super sad about what had just happened, I realized that I was looking at life the complete wrong way. And what we realize is life is not about serving ourselves. The reality is, if you want to succeed, if you want to make an impact, it's about loving and serving other people. And what I realized is, why am I so sad about my misdream when there's people that are depending on me for my breakthrough story? And I believe today there are people here in your life that are depending on your next breakthrough story. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's your team. Do you have someone in mind right now that you know is depending on your next breakthrough? If you do, hold up your hand. I want you to think about them right now, because this snapped me out of my depression. And I said, we got to get back to work. Who here knows you have another chapter to your breakthrough story? And that's why we're here. So what do you have to do? You learn from the past, and the future is important. This is your hope. And I learned to dream big dreams. This is one question. If you have a phone, you might want to jot this down or take a photo. Is if time and money weren't an issue and you knew you couldn't fail, what would success look like for you? And I was tired of dreaming small dreams. John and Darren, our execs, they've produced a company where we can dream huge dreams. I follow Vinny on Facebook, by the way. And I was looking at her lifestyle and everything happening with her and her children and all the team. I'm like, man, this is amazing, right? So start writing it down. Next year, How big is your team going to be? Next year, what promotion are you going to be? Next year, what are you going to be holding one of those checks? How's your life going to be? And we started jotting it all down and allow the mind just to imagine once again. One of those goals was to get back into another home. That's what we wanted, right? You have something that you want. And don't you know that when you write down a goal and you act as if it's already done, things just start miraculously happening. Have you guys ever had that happen before? So what happened along the way was we had an opportunity. I wanted to move back home. We're in California, in San Diego. My family is over there, and our dream was to live back home with them. Turns out, 5 minutes down the street, a new development of houses just started opening up, and we had an opportunity to go there. Now, when we heard about this news, here was the problem. Number one, we didn't even know if we can get on the list for the house. Number two, we definitely didn't have the money to afford to buy the house. But there's a saying, I don't know if it translates well, but you have to believe it before you see it. Have you guys heard that before? So I took this photo with my wife, and I told her, babe, one day we're going to be sharing this story from a stage somewhere that we got the house. We had no idea what was going to happen. What do you do after that? You start getting to work. We wanted to build a dream business. We started getting back together. We started to reinvent ourselves. We started getting the next chapter again. We were able, with our amazing Warrior Movement team, most of them are back in the States. Some of them are here. Warriors, where are you guys? Congratulations. Thank you. Wouldn't be possible without them. Got back to chairperson level 1. And you know what happened? This March, 6 months ago, we finally picked up the keys to our home. Open invitation to all of our family members. So if you're in San Diego, California, let me know. My wife's like, babe, that's a lot of people, right? So we could have barbecues in the back. This was our dream, right? This was our dream. But it's important, dream big. But some of you are like, all right, I'm going to take you up on that right there, right? But the last thing I really want to leave you with, we know that you need to learn from the past. We know that we need to drop hope from the future. But here's the real secret that I learned through this, and I hope that you get this, is that the key in everything is the joy you experience right now. Now I wonder, thank you. Is anyone else like me and you kind of procrastinate on some things you say you're supposed to do? I'm supposed to make that phone call. I'm supposed to follow up with that prospect. I'm supposed to make that social media post, right? I look at Paulo, I'm like, I want to do everything that he tells me about tomorrow. I'm going to hit that goal later. I'm going to do the next title later. And here's the really big secret, and it hit me so hard because I struggle with that a lot. I've been to a lot of these conventions. If you take a look, we know Partner Co. If you are not sold on it yet, just watch the rest of today. Partner Co., we just came back from our North America PXP. It was the biggest, the best, the most spectacular event I've ever been to. We've been to like 14 conventions like this. So we know Partner Co time is right now, but this is the real question, the most important one. Will this be your time? Because that's what Partner Co is looking for, the next stories, the next Mashas, the next Vinny's. They need the next you. And something happened this very recently that so shocked me, and I hope this clicks with you. Some of you might know this person named Jesse Lee. If you do, raise your hand. Awesome, a lot of you guys do. And if you don't know who Jessie Lee is, she was the top network marketer in the world. She made millions and millions of dollars. In fact, a lot of the things that we do now in network marketing with social media, whether you know it or not, were influenced by her. She got paid to speak tens of thousands of dollars to speak on stages around the world, a legend. And this last year, she got a life-changing diagnosis of a stage 4 colon cancer diagnosis. Top of their game. She went through all the surgery she could do, holistic treatment she could do. She did everything under the sun. And actually, one of my dreams was to interview her. September 6th, I had the opportunity to finally interview her. If you want, you can take a look at the YouTube. It's up there. And the irony was, when I did the interview, the day before, she just received a positive PET scan, which said that it looked like her cancer was going away. Little did we know, 10 days later, no one would know. It was actually at the last PXP in Orlando on Saturday. I was getting ready for the party. It was going to be so fun. I take a look at my phone, and I'm just like, we hear the tragic news that she passes away from stage 4 cancer. And I bring this up. She's 34 years old. She's my age, my wife's age. She looked like she had every single day left to live. Now, she's in heaven now. She's out of pain. She's out of suffering. But it made me realize tomorrow truly is not promised. And that cut my procrastination. And I started thinking, if tomorrow truly were your last day, how would you live today? Would you complain about your prospects not getting back to you? Or would you move on to the next one? Would you blame your kids and your family for what's going on, or would you love them harder? How would you live differently if tomorrow were your last day? And I just want to make a personal confession. When this clicked for me, I have a lot of excuses. I have a lot of things in my business, in my life that I said that I would do. Ask my wife, she will tell you, I mess up all the time. But when that happened, it made me realize there's no time left. There's goals that you need to do. There's breakthroughs that you need to have. This, right now, is the best opportunity in the world that Partner Co. has ever provided for you and I to be able to impact those people that we were called to serve, to be able to have those breakthrough stories, to be able to inspire them to see what's possible. So what I want to ask us today is this. We learn from our past. We draw hope from the future, and we live joy in the present. I want to do something as a public confession and accountability together. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to do a little video. I don't know if you guys have watched those like sport matches before, and they're in the huddles, and then they do these like chants, right? And they say, whose time is it? And then they say, our time, like they say that. Now, if you want to say it in your own language, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to turn around in a little bit, and I'm going to yell, whose time is it? And if you truly believe that this is your time, this is our time together for your next breakthrough story, and only participate if you truly believe that, then I want us standing up. I want us with a loud voice to be able to declare this together so that all my American friends can hear this and wake up. You guys ready for this? So I'm going to say, whose time is it? And you say our time, or in your language, however you want. I'm going to do it 3 times, and we're going to conclude that. All right? I think you guys got it. So hey, everybody, we're here at PXP Amsterdam, and I just have a question for our entire audience today. But PXP Amsterdam, whose time is it? Whose time is it? Whose time is it? PXP Amsterdam, it's our time. We are better together. It's an absolute honor. Let's rock this.